Hey guys, I'm Chevy Hood. Today I'm going to talk about my first PRS match that I shot, or PRS style match. It was at a Southington hunting club in Southington, Ohio, and it was called the Precision Rifle League. It's kind of like their club style match. Again, this was my first PRS style match I ever shot. I shoot a lot of like long range club matches and stuff like that, where you're basically laying on the ground or on a bench or something like that. But I had never shot in a match where it was, like I said, mainly off barricades and that sort of nature. So it was a new experience for me and a lot of fun. So I actually recorded the all 6 stages for the match, and I'm going to show you guys those and then go over kind of a breakdown on what I thought about them and how I did. As far as takeaway, I learned a ton from it. The biggest thing was that I was really slow. You know, as far as things I can work on, that was by far the biggest thing with me. The other big obvious one was positional changes and things like that, like actually changing positions on the barricades. I was really slow at that, and I would catch myself trying to put the wrong knee up, so I wasn't getting my right arm, I'm right-handed, tucked up on my knee, things like that. Another thing I want to talk about is the guy that runs the match is Matt Steiner. Matt's really cool guy. He helped me out a lot. He loaned me a AI mag for my rifle because I had a bunch of 5-round mags and it wasn't enough for the stages. So that kind of shows you what kind of guy he is. He loaned me a mag. Those are like $100 mags, you know. He had a whole box full of positional bags, you know, like game changers and things like that. And I'm using like my sandbag for the toe of my stock that I made, and I've been using for all my club matches, which is fine for that. So it was pretty cool. I got to try a bunch of different stuff out and see what I liked and what worked. Some of the stages really threw me off mentally, where you would have to change ranges. Like you would shoot like 500 yards and then 600 yards, so you have to change your dope in between shots. And I'll talk about that when we cover the stage brief, or like when I show you the video of the stages. One thing I used for the match, which a lot of guys will use, like the rifle card holders, which holds your dope card on the side of your rifle so you can look at it real quick. Those are probably a little faster. I was using like a football, like an arm card. And what I did is I actually took the stage brief and I made notes on a piece of paper. Open it up for you. And basically what I did is I wrote each yardage down with my dope that I was going to dial, and I just folded up in different sections so I could fold these up and then put it in my armband holder here, if I put it in the right way, just like that. And then I run it on my forearm. It worked fine, but that probably slowed me down a little bit because I have to look down at my armband instead of just look right at my rifle and change my dope into my turret. So it was a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys get something out of this video. And I want to make videos like this for all the local club matches that I shoot. Thunder Valley Precision's awesome. Rainer's Range is awesome. Briar Rabbits, I hear is really good. I haven't shot there yet, but I'm going to do, I've shot there, but not their long range matches. So I'm going to do some of those here coming up. And hopefully just kind of show you guys what they're like. I know I have a lot of friends that shoot, and when I try to talk them into shooting a long range match with me or anything like that, they don't want to. And I think people are kind of intimidated to, I don't know if it's trying something new or maybe just to lose. I know but it's not that scary. Once you go there, the atmosphere is really laid back and guys will help you out. And that's how I learned a lot. I started going to these matches, and usually the older guys was like, hey, try this, you know, but I've never had anybody be so pushy that it like wasn't fun. So hopefully you guys get some out of this, and let me know how you like it. Okay, here's the first stage I shot on stage 1, and what they did is they split up into different groups, and basically you'd start at any one of these stages to start with, but my group started on stage 1 and worked my way down. So this first stage was a 10-round count, 5 targets, and you shot 2 shots at each target. The first target was a 10-inch circle at 289 yards, and my first shot I missed it, and as soon as I missed, I knew exactly what happened. I didn't see any miss. I had my turret on the wrong revolution, and it's a big rookie mistake, but like I said, as soon as I did it, I knew what happened because I had shot before and not zeroed it back out. So I fixed it, got a good second round hit, and then moved on to the next target. It was a 16-inch circle at 691 yards. Like I said, this isn't like a cutthroat match or anything. The guys were giving me wind calls, and I'd been watching the guys shoot before me too, so they gave me like a 1/2 mil wind call. I think I held, I can't remember now, it was either like 0.6 or 0.4 mils or something. It was real close to that, and I was getting some good hits. So I hit those. The next target I went to was a 12-inch circle at 397 yards, so just under 4. I missed the first one, wind got me, and I think I was able to see that there, and I corrected for it, and I got a good second round hit. And the next target 4, was a 14-inch circle, and the range on it was 572 yards. So I got a hit on that, and then I actually timed out. So I ran out of time for the stage, and I didn't even get to shoot the last target, which was a 12-inch circle at 497 yards. So that was let me see, I missed 2, and then I didn't get 3 off. So and let me see, how many did I get? I got 5 hits, so 5 out of 10 basically. This is stage 2. It was called Triple Knuckle, and it was basically 2 tank traps. You shot off the tops of both of them, and then the middle of them too for a low target. We were shooting at 2 targets, a 12-inch square at 515 yards, and a 14-inch square at 598. So basically just a little over 500 yards and basically 600 yards. So that was enough that I actually had to change the dope in my scope to get hit, unless I was just going to do holds. The way you engage these was far, near, far. So you shot the basically the 600 yard 14-inch plate, and then you would shoot the 515 plate, and then back to the 600 yard plate at the 14-inch plate. So far, near, far, you would have to go back and forth. You shot 3 shots from each position. So the first one you see me at, 3 shots, and then I jump down to the middle there, the slow, and then go to the other one. On this one, this is the one I really totally fell apart on. I don't even know if I got a hit. I think I might have got one on the first part. I think maybe the last one I made a hit on. And then once I got down to the middle, I got, I think my last 2 were hits, and then on the last position there, I think I got 1 hit, and then I timed out. So again, time was my big thing for me. Just slow setting up. I'd never shot off anything like this before, so it was definitely new for me, but a lot of fun.
Like 6. I'm not the best. That makes sense. I was like, what the heck is he shooting? I see it's far near far. I'm like, what the heck? That's why you always gotta look through this. Now we're making it.
You shoot the close one that's in front of the woods, and you shoot the one on the left that's into the woods, then you shoot the close one that's to the right.
Okay, so you're just alternating between the 2.
I was so confused there. Same on all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Near, far, near.
5 o'clock to stop the
near,
plate.
far, near.
Stage 3 was called Jungle Gym. You started out on this big spool on the left here, and then you worked your way through. You had to shoot through each of the culvert pipes there, and then on the last spool, you shot 2 shots from each position. Both targets you were shooting at were at 567 yards, and you would engage target on the left, then target on the right, and they were different sizes, but they were the same range. One was a 66% like a IPSC silhouette, and the other one was a 12-inch square. So like I said, 1 shot on the IPSC, 1 shot on the square. I'm pretty sure that was the order they were in, which I don't have a blow up here of the targets. I didn't have a second camera set up this day. But so again, I had a lot of fun. This one was a lot of fun. It was pretty cool. The spool you could actually get pretty comfortable on. again, I was just real slow getting set up. And but like I said, once I got inside these the culvert pipes there, that was pretty comfortable to shoot out of. I don't think I had a whole lot of misses, but again, I just didn't get all my shots off because I wasn't fast enough. But this one was definitely a fun stage, and it was probably one of my favorites.
Just over. Load show clear.
This is stage 4, called Rocks. We were shooting at a target that was 410 yards. We were shooting at a 8-inch square and then a 6-inch square, and we would, I think we would shoot the 8-inch on the left, then go to the 6-inch on the right, if I remember right. And there was several positions on the rocks. You can see in the video, there's like red paint on them to show you where you had to set your bag and shoot from. So basically you just set up, shoot 2 shots, move, and shoot 2 shots. The wind was blowing pretty good here. It picked up from the other stages, blowing left to right. So, you know, that was messing with me. The funny thing was, I was so worried about getting in these different positions, I was forgetting to hold for my wind. I'd miss, and then I just wouldn't make my new wind hold again, just because I had so many things going through my head. But all in all, this was a fun stage. My mag that I was borrowing from Matt threw me off a little bit just because it's a 10-rounder. I wasn't used to them being that tall, so I needed a taller bag. But once I kind of got that down pat, it was good. And like I said, the whole time Matt was kind of giving me some tips and stuff throughout the match to help me out.
Off right. Just off right again. Now go to the next one over to your left. Center. Center, the nipple. Go to the nipple.
How do you do nipple off the rock? Impact!
Because it's peaked like a nipple, you dumbass.
With the saggy tit.
You want to check? Just off right. You should be half a minute, 4/10 on those. Just off right.
Impact!
Yeah. Okay, you want to be half a mil to center on that first plate.
Impact!
Impact!
Time.
Fast. Where was he at?
Hey Kenny, did you get a top?
It looked like he went high, just like right between the two. Wind looked good. 126 on the last shot.
It was before time. What's that? It was before time.
Right.
I mean, that's probably what
What
I
was
heard a beep. 7, 8.
Stage 5 was called Barricade Skills. You started on the barricade on the bottom left, worked your way up, and then back down the other side. You fired 2 shots for a total of 8 round count, and we were shooting at just one individual target. It was a 10-inch circle at 400 yards. And this one was a lot of fun too, which I know this is kind of like a sort of a standard style PRS barricade, and it was fun to get to try it. Again, the guys were helping me out. They watched me shoot it. They're like, hey, push your rifle into the corner of the barricade so that it's more stable. And it was stuff like that that kind of helped me out. Again, I just wasn't fast enough to finish the stage, and I didn't get all my rounds off, but at least I was, you know, shooting pretty decent. But I had already known my rifle and known my dope before I went there, so that shouldn't have been an issue to start with.
Impact! Impact!
I could do it, but I you know,
top of it.
Yeah, but if they get that one extra hit, they still beat you.
Over the top.
89.66. Got it.
The last stage of the day, stage 6, was called triple post. You started on the top, worked your way down, and then worked your way back up. You shot two rounds from each post, and the yardage got farther as you went out. So the top post in the first stage, or the first target, was 282 yards at an IPSC. The middle was 384, and in the bottom it was 515. Then you worked your way back up to the middle post, 648 yards, and then the last post was 706 yards. Obviously I didn't make it that far because I was slow and didn't get all my rounds off, but this was also my first time using a tripod as a rest. You didn't have to do that by any means on this stage, but the tripod was there and Matt said we could use it, so I tried it out, and to my surprise, you had a rock solid rest with this tripod. It was really solid. My crosshairs weren't moving at all, even out like 500 yards. Problem was, again, I was just really slow getting into position, and it cost me. But I don't even know if I could hit these without the tripod anyway, so this was a fun stage altogether. So like I said, this is the last stage. If you guys like this video, let me know. Like I said, I want to make some more of all these local club matches, and you'll have to check out Southington Hunting Club and give one of these matches a shot, because they're a lot of fun. I think it was only, at the time I shot this, I think it was only like 20 bucks to shoot it, maybe 25, but anything under 30 bucks to go shoot a match is really good. So I'll catch you guys next time.
You guys got $15 on you by chance? What is it? You guys got change for 20?
Impact. Hold about another 2/10 left.
Yeah.
Care if I throw these?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it. Picking up static or something. Everyone's on. Everyone's are like.